These are the customer engagement capabilities of the Stave operations path. So right now I'm logged in as an end user consumer, Zaid Omar. I'm presented with my portal right here, and it's branded and friendly. It's also interactive, so I just have a few fields exposed like my title and director, but just by clicking on them, I'm able to update that. So for my bio, I might want to be a little bit more honest here. Instead of very handsome, we'll change that to great personality and just click Save because this is a dynamic service portal. Now, over on the right, you'll notice that I have listed my engagements, and there's only one right now called New Baby. Let me click into that. This is the formalized engagement between the service provider, the hospital, and me, the consumer, Zaid. So I'm presented with this friendly portal, and going down from the top, I can see that I've got all relevant contextual knowledge articles listed for me in this box here. And then in the top right, I've got a QR code that I can scan and share. So in this case, this is a new baby. My Zaid's wife might be involved in this, and by simply scanning that QR code on her mobile device, she'd be able to bring up and share the same record. We can download the activities or tasks to the calendar just by clicking that button. We'll get the ICS file and be able to import that into the calendar that we carry around in our pockets. And very importantly on the right, I can see all the tasks that I have to do. Only the top task is collected. I've got my suspenses here. And as I go through these, it's simple enough to click the buttons here to note that I've done them or they do not apply to me. Now these tasks are templated. They're standard for each of these engagements. So while I see a list of these tasks here for the new baby, if the customer engagement were to be something completely different, perhaps starting a new job, perhaps starting a new project, we template these to be something completely different. Continuing down the bottom of the screen, I've got an interactive timeline. And maybe Zaid wants to ask his doctor something about genetic testing. We can see the threaded conversation follow in there. What's brilliant about this framework, though, is the engagements are agnostic. So it could be new baby, it could be any sort of engagement, any sort of activity shared between a service provider and a consumer, and it's all tracked and managed within ServiceNow. And I can go into the native UI here and see those templated tasks that are using the standard ServiceNow framework, be able to track this as a fulfiller as well. These are just a sample of the customer engagement activities in Stave OperationsPath.